city is growing. It's growing quite a lot, and the hospital's just not big enough anymore to accommodate the amount of people that are needing it and using its facilities.
This one's too small, and the demand on this particular hospital is too great, so you have to do something.
It's really about trying to get a new hospital here.
My name is Maggie Shaw. I was born and raised in Orillia and have a very close relationship with Orillia Soldiers Memorial. My daughter, Annika, she was born with an immune system. We spent a lot of time at Soldiers, living there in their pediatric unit to help keep her safe and alive. Then we were finally able to get pregnant with Aurora, and everything went smashingly when she was born. But we were back at the 2-month mark as she had contracted the RSV virus and was quite sick. So we got transferred right away to Sick Kids, the pediatric ICU. And we then proceeded to live in the PICU with Aurora for the next 3.5 weeks.
I was recently diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. I was assigned a surgeon here at Soldiers. Unfortunately, because the cancer had advanced, I wasn't able to receive the surgery here at Soldiers.
About 20 years ago, when I retired, I wanted something to do, so I thought I'd volunteer at the hospital. Along the way, I ran into a bit of a cancer problem. The treatment was excellent, and I'm still able to volunteer at the hospital, and my wife volunteers here with me, sometimes arguing about who goes where.
My wife and I moved to Orillia because she always wanted to live on Lake Couchiching, and that's what we did. Then along the way, we decided we were gonna have kids. In our conversation, I said the best place for us to have kids is here at Soldiers. And, you know, at 8:30 in the morning, we had 2 kids, and remarkable. You know, the team was phenomenal. I never felt like I was different. I felt like I was part of this community like anyone else.
When we were finally being able to be transferred back home to Soldiers, Soldiers was full, and they made room. They made a special little room in the back of their NICU just so we could come home, and they were cheering when we walked in, and it was just so nice.
When our kids were born, there wasn't any ward room. There was only a room that had been used predominantly for storage. What the team did was they pulled out a bunch of beds out of there and created a space for us.
For over a decade, each clinical area of this hospital has been past capacity. With great creativity, we're still delivering excellent care, but the reality is we're quite limited with our footprint.
We see this on a continual basis in the hospital, that you're robbing Peter to pay Paul a lot.
There's only so much room for creativity.
My surgeon here at Soldiers couldn't perform the surgery here at this hospital, not because he wasn't knowledgeable enough to do it. It's because he didn't have the equipment.
If our population's growing, this hospital is not going to meet that need.
We do have a larger population. We went from 10,000 to 30,000, and we're going to have more.
We need a new hospital.
This community has been so instrumental in supporting this hospital, and I don't see that changing. What we really need is we need support from the government to help us do this to a greater extent.
Our hospital needs to grow to meet the needs of our community.
It would make a world of difference for these amazing heroes that we know as our doctors and nurses and volunteers.